Hello friends, and welcome to another exciting edition of putting gold into the golden years. Luann, why are you laughing so much?
I have the silly giggles.
Yes, you do. It's been a while since we've done an episode of putting gold into the golden years, but Luann, why don't you give us a rundown of what we've done since the last time, which hasn't been that much.
No, we really haven't
holidays
done
and
that
stuff.
much. I can't think of the thing. I went to North Carolina.
You went to North Carolina, we went to Branson.
We went to Branson.
What did we do in Branson?
We saw some shows.
Geez, let's be a little more specific than that.
We saw Rhonda,
Jeannie
Jeannie Seeley, Rhonda Vincent,
and the Christmas
and
Spectacular.
the Christmas Spectacular, which was very good. We saw a Christmas Spectacular last year in Branson as well at the same theater. It was a different cast, but it was equally good. I've been pleasantly surprised at the caliber of that particular show, so enjoyed it a lot. And we went shopping, which I always like to do.
I had a birthday.
Yes, Mark had a birthday, and we went out to eat with several friends at Ruth Chris, and gauging by the amount of laughing and talking he was doing, I think he had a really good time.
Yes, I did. All right, well that goes over what we've done in the last couple of weeks, months, whatever. Several people have asked me from time to time about my camera collection and what different cameras I have and whatever. So today we're going to talk a little bit about cameras. To start off with, for most of you folks, this is the only camera you're really going to need. This will do most of what you need done. Either an iPhone camera, a Samsung camera, a Google Pixel. They all have very good cameras these days. They just have certain limitations, but for most people that's not a big problem. Now, other cameras that I own, well, for one thing, I have a wrist cam that I can take pictures on. It's an accessory to an Apple Watch that I can take pictures from here, take pictures and video, and it's actually got two cameras on. It's got a forward-facing camera, and then it's got a backward-facing camera for selfies.
And given the acquisition of this new device, he has a new name. His name is no longer Mark, it's Inspector Gadget.
The next thing I've got is actually it's the 360 Go 2, but I got the Minion edition, and you can see when I pop this little guy out here, he actually looks like a little Minion.
He's tiny.
He's tiny. This too will take video or photos, and it's magnetic, so you can wear this little thing around your neck and hang this to it and keep taking pictures that way. And it's amazing what pretty good pictures the wrist cam and the Minion camera take. Also have, this is a Insta360 that this is kind of like a GoPro camera, but it's a little bit more versatile because and it's got the little clips and things you can attach all the GoPro mounts and stuff to it. They just fold out the bottom here. But it is modular, and you can actually take it apart, if I remember how to do it.
Somehow or another.
Yeah, somehow or another. And put another module on it. And this module is a 360 camera. You can take all the way around you 360 degrees. That module just fits in here. You take the one module out and put this module in. Then what else do we have here? I got this little Sony DSC HX80. This little camera's got supposedly a 30x zoom on it, and actually I don't like it much. It doesn't take that great of pictures. The quality's just not that great. Then for her birthday, I got Luann this Panasonic camera It's a Lumix, and it's a model GX85. And it takes really good pictures. And Luann showed that she had a pretty good eye for taking pictures when she took it out to the zoo and used it.
That's a supreme compliment. Thank you, dear.
But got that. Got a Pen F camera here that I really like. This little camera. It's nice and light. Take around with you, and it takes really good pictures as well.
Is that the one that has a little flip lens on the back of it? Or does
Yes.
that flip out?
That flips out as well. Yeah, it's got a flip out lens.
That's pretty cool.
Flip out screen.
Yep, so you can look at the pictures on that little screen after you've taken them.
Then you see in front of me an assortment of lenses. I've got everything from a little pinhole lens here, go all the way up to a 100 by 400 lens here, which this thing is great if you're taking something way far away, but if you want to take it something close, it's worthless. So
Is that what you take the pictures of the moon with?
yes.
Okay.
But if you're going to Yellowstone or someplace, one gets some wildlife pictures from a distance. This is a great camera for that. A great lens for that. And then for Christmas and my birthday, I got this behemoth. This is an Olympus OMD EM1X.
I'm impressed you can remember all those letters and numbers.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed I remember them too. It's a great camera. It's got so many features in it, I can't even think of all of them. It's got focus limiting, or you can set and limit your focus to a specific distance, for instance, between 4 and 10 meters, that type of thing. It's got dual batteries in here, so you can shoot all day and never have to worry about running out of battery. Got 2 of them in here. And
Is it a portrait camera officially is what that's called?
no.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It's
I was
got
wrong.
the horizontal and vertical grips, and it's got controls for actually duplicate controls no matter which group you're into it. And you might wonder why I've got these little rings on the bottom of these cameras. I got on that one and Luann's and the Pen F, whatever. The reason for that is we can attach one of these straps to the bottom, and that way we sling the camera across our shoulders instead of using a strap around our neck,
Right.
which after a while holding the camera, but that, especially if you got any weight to it at all, gets very tiring. So it's much better with the sling. So that's what I use most of the time. So really, I don't have many cameras at all. Once you look at it, it's just a small pot here. But the thing about it is, this is all a Micro Four Thirds system. So all the lenses out here will work with any of these 3 cameras. They'll work on Luann's camera, they'll work on my 2 cameras, and that way we don't have to buy 2 different kinds of lenses. These will all work. And then the group of lenses, I've got a macro lens and all kinds of different lenses here. This one I've got on here right now is a 12 to 200 millimeter lens. And this is a great lens. It's the one I use most of the time, because you can get really close to things with the 12 meter, and with the 200 meter you can zoom out
That's
quite
the
a
one I gave you,
ways.
isn't it?
Yes, dear.
For Christmas last year.
Yes. So I guess that kind of wraps it up on the lenses and cameras. If you have any questions about it, be sure to put them in the comments and we'll take a look at them. And but like I say, for most of you, your phone will work just fine. It's got some things it's not real good at. But when I went to China, I used almost exclusively an iPhone. Because of weight restrictions, I couldn't take a bunch of lenses and cameras and stuff. So, any questions, just give us a holler and we'll try and answer them.
And you can share with them some information about trips we're thinking about, places we're thinking about going.
Well, we're thinking about a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to go to Yosemite and Sequoia,
Mm-hmm.
but California is so nutty on their COVID restrictions that we don't know when we'll be able to go there. So we're getting together we're going to meet some friends of ours sometime this spring in Asheville and take a look at Biltmore House and all the stuff in the Asheville area. And then we want to go up to Kansas City where there's an RLC community, so we can stay there for free.
Right.
Because we want to see the World War I museum there, the Arabia Steamboat Museum there.
That seems really interesting to me.
Yeah, if you haven't heard of the Arabia Steamboat, it's a steamboat that sank back before the Civil War. And they've dug it up and now have a whole ton of artifacts and stuff in this museum up in Kansas City.
Right, it didn't sit in the water, it was encased in dirt and mud.
Yeah.
So the items that were inside it were very well preserved. I've seen YouTube videos about it and pictures online. It's amazing.
So the other thing up there is the Truman Museum's right next there in Independence, and there's all kinds of things to do in Kansas City, so I'm sure we can find a week's worth of activities there. And of course, staying for free helps with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything else you'd like to talk about, dear?
Well, you discovered that really cool milkshake shop.
Yes, cool milkshake shop in Waverly, Tennessee.
Yeah.
That we haven't been to yet.
And it's not far. I think we'll be going there soon.
Yeah, we plan on going there soon. I will include some photos from our Branson trip, some photos from the little Minion camera, some photos from the wrist camera, since they're a little different, and it'll show you the quality of the pictures they can take even though they're so small. And I think that's about it.
Okay, Inspector Gadget. Until next time.
Until next time, which Lord knows when that will be. We're signing off. Thank you. Okay, here's some examples of a wrist cam and a Minion camera. Like I say, it takes pretty good pictures, not bad at all. We've seen worse, no doubt. Here is some of the Christmas Spectacular from up in Branson. It's a very good show we saw last year, and they changed it up enough that it was interesting again this year. Then pretty soon here will be coming up Jeannie Seeley and Rhonda Vincent. Here's Jeannie and Rhonda, and they're fake Dolly Parton. It was a good show, though. We enjoyed it. In Branson, they also have a very nice Veterans Memorial, and they always do good things with veterans in Branson. Here's the Fishing Museum in Branson. And then we also saw Michael W. Smith and Darcy Lynn Farmer over Christmas. At Darcy's, the little ventriloquist that won America's Got Talent. Here I am, ready for Christmas. Hello friends, it's me again. I have to admit, I've been a little lazy since our last filming and haven't put it all together. But in the meantime, I did talk last segment about a Sony camera I owned that I hated. Well, I traded it in and I got this little Panasonic model. Got the flip up screen and everything for selfies. Takes really good pictures. I'll put some examples of that on there. You can pick one of these up for about a couple $100 on eBay, used. And it's really nice camera, so I like it a lot better than that Sony. And it takes very good pictures. I'll show you some samples of them too. So we look forward to that, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye. Examples with the little Panasonic camera, and I may be able to see the zoom. Here we zoom, see where the elephant is way back there, and we hit the zoom and took this next picture from the exact same spot. So it can show you it's got pretty heavy zoom there. There's just some other photos. This is shooting for the fence, which you can do because it's got an aperture control on it. You can adjust the aperture and it allows you to do some creative things with it. Here's just some other different photos that I really like it for something to fit inside of your pocket. Really does a good job, and also does a decent video. So I'm quite happy with it. Like I say, if this is something you'd like, you can pick it up on eBay fairly cheap, used for a couple $100 and all. Yeah, I really like it.